when I'm playing at loud volumes, I wanted to be able to start bringing out a voice rather than getting by at loud volumes. And something that I'm sure we all do, if it's really loud and you feel a little underprepared, you might just start overplaying. It's kind of like your body's initial reaction to just start playing a bunch of notes to just keep up with the sound. But trying to find ways to just increase the sustain and find the right frequency where your notes could just sing through the mix. And man, that's really hard on my 175 to do. Not impossible,
I mean,
but it's a lot harder.
The box, the sound dies out, like this. So the sustain on these solid body guitars is so wonderful. But to your point about EQing the single coil, like I find that when I'm playing like a melody on this guitar, I generally want to have my humbuckers on. Like if I'm taking a solo or something and it's like... Versus with the single coil, it's not as fat. So how do you EQ a single coil to get that like mid back that you're missing from the humbucker?
Well, it's an object that's very near and dear to my heart. It's called an Ibanez Tube Screamer.
It's all about the tube screamer?
I could get way more in depth than that, but let's just say Ibanez Tube Screamer is kind of like, it should be sold with a Fender Stratocaster.
That's what I'm using right now. I'm using my little Mini right now.
Yes, I'm using a Tube Screamer type pedal. John, I'm sure you've got something like a Tube Screamer nearby.
Yep, I sure do. And with the Tele, especially in the middle.
John, how do you think Teles compare with Stratocasters sound-wise?
Oh, they're totally different. To me, they might as well have been made by two different companies, because you get this kind of more clear sound. I mean, I roll the tone knob off a lot on this, so here I am at the top, and I don't even think of this as a bright sound. I think of it more as a clear sound,
The Tele has a really warm, clean tone. More so than the Strat, and that's what's pretty unique about it. I think that's why guys like it in jazz too, is you can get like a warmer electric tone, generally.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it also has to do with where the pickup is on the actual axis of the scale of the string length. With the Stratocaster, you get a bit of a longer scale, and you get those pickups back a little bit. So maybe you get a brighter sound. But man, I love the Tele. For me, it's also physically a very balanced instrument. And when it comes to solid bodies, I don't know what you think about this, Will, too. I'm curious to get both of you guys' thoughts. There's like the feel of the instrument, and then there's the actual sound of the instrument. And like the sound of a Les Paul to me is great, but I've never really felt comfortable with that guitar, how it feels when I'm playing it. It always feels a little out of balance. And to me, like a Telecaster, I love the feel of it. And then the sound, you kind of have to bend it to get a darker sound or bend it to get a brighter sound. So